Okay, good afternoon, guys. December 28th, the marina. And what am I doing? Working on the biggest mess I ever made on my boat. So let me give you an update what's going on. The dash that I did before, it started looking pretty crappy. Didn't like it, and I redesigned the dash and got a guy that does fiberglass work for me, and between him and me we've been working on this. So this is the new layout. This is where the previous dash was, which is it had all the gauges in this area and a flat clear plastic cover. So took it out. This thing did this here. We still got to do a little more finish painting here, and then design also this upright dash. The RPMs, nothing's connected. RPMs are going to go here. Here's going to be the fish finder. Here's going to go the radar. This is going to be my fuel tachometer, and this is the fuel gauges, the temperature, and the hour meter. And just finished installing the steering. Took this cup to get sandblasted and painted. Came out really nice. And the final touch, voila. Now the fun part begins, is the wiring. And we're going to show a before and after. This is a before, obviously, and I'm taking everything apart. All the excess wiring, I've been taking out a lot of wires, and we already got a bag full. And we're going to clean this up, because from factory, this thing was just a spaghetti ball. And I noticed there's a lot of companies that did boats like this, which is embarrassing to say that they were professionals, because that is not a professional job. I mean, this is the antenna for the fish finder, and look at this ball of wire that is unnecessary. So I'm going to shorten that up and clean it up. And what we're going to do is, that's my fuel gauge that tells me my fuel burn, that tells me how much fuel I'm burning. And I have a switch panel that's going to go there. I know the switch panel is going to go there. I already got the stereo relocated. It used to be here. Moved it up because with the knee they kept hitting it and turning it off or changing the channel. So I moved it up there. All this got painted all the way around. And let me see, it's a little dirty because there's dirt on the boat. They painted the oil. He painted the outside, put a new stripe, painted the horns, trumpets, and I'm cleaning up the wiring, and then between him and me we're gonna rewire. And what we're gonna do, he used to work for Cabo Yachts. What we're gonna do is something similar that Cabo does. To me, Cabo is the best boat on the market and the best wiring. There's some other boats, but I can't remember their names. There's kind of weird names, but Cabo is the one that comes to mind. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this block. We already got this attached, this block here with fiberglass, and we're gonna attach this here, and we're gonna have wires coming through one side, go out to the other, instead of having this mess. So everything that's coming out from downstairs is going to attach to this area, and then from there we're going to have individual wires, all nicely zip tied and put together well. And I'm just getting rid of a lot of excessive and stupid wires. Like, for instance, there's this wire here. Okay, look at this. It comes, and this is the way it was. It comes from a black into this thick gauge tan. And this is marine. It says right there upside down, marine grade. So this is marine grade wire. Comes here, goes up. It goes up and over. It comes this way, and then it attaches again to another black wire. That is a thinner gauge. It looks like it's 16, 14. It's ridiculous. And then it goes up, and it disappears into the little bundle that I have to follow it, and it goes that way. And I think that has to do with the panel, with the switches up in that area. So, man, talk about a mess. No wonder this thing had so much wire. And I've been taking out bundles. I mean, all that excessive. And I got a bag down there that's got wires also. There's stuff like this. Big wraps with no tag or nothing. Don't know what they are. Well, this is attached to one of the lights, so this might be, let's see, this is hot, obviously. And that goes to here, and it comes to here, and it's getting power for this lighter plug, which I'm gonna get rid of. It's a mess. I can't explain the wiring system here. And downstairs is basically the same around the engine compartment. It's a headache. So I just wanted to show you what's going on here, and then I'll do another video when it's all put together, and you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the difference. It's gonna be super nice. I'm not saying it's gonna be fantastic, but it's gonna be a lot better, way better. The switches, if you notice, this is from factory. Every wire coming to the switches, it's joint, it's spliced. All of them are spliced. Why? I'll tell you why. The idiots that did this ran the wire first at a certain length, and then when they went to install it up there, it wasn't long enough. So they had to splice about 8-7 inches of wire to each and every piece. Now this is an original harness. This harness is solid. It's very well, it keeps the wiring pretty well. We peeled this back about this far, and you can tell the wire is new. So we're gonna get rid of all these splices. We're gonna cut here, attach to the block up there, and then from the block it's gonna have a new wire going to the switch, and it's gonna be it's gonna be quite a job to rewire everything, but it has to be done. I don't like to do half-ass. That's why I got rid of that dash, because it was okay for a while, but after a year it started looking kind of caca, and I just didn't like it. And I have the time, and I don't have the money. I have the time, but I don't have the, so I'm doing most of this shit because my friends give me a break on the price, but it's still gonna cost me. There's a lot of imperfections and a lot of well, I'm not gonna call it imperfection. I'm not really a perfectionist. I just like things done well. And if I do things for my customers to the best of my ability, why wouldn't I do it for me, right? So I like to be satisfied with the job. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. I'm not creating the Mona Lisa in wiring, but I do want a clean job, and I want to be satisfied, and I also want to understand what goes where, and you know, in case something goes bad, I know where to go. I mean, can you imagine finding a wiring problem in this nightmare? You'll be out there for a month if the engine dies or something. So I need to rewire this and have everything neatly put back together. So we also found another problem that I had with the right engine. It wouldn't start. I will have to hit this switch and join. Let's see if I can see what I'm doing. And join the batteries. Right now it's dead. It's all disconnected. And that way I would have all the batteries joined together, and I can crack the engine. Well, that kind of overheats the battery. We checked the polarity. We checked the battery power. The battery power is high. It's at 13.5, almost 14. It's perfect. It's actually a little high. But the problem was that the wire that they connected to the battery that was coming from the harness. If you notice, this harness has original cuts. They've been cut and kind of sealed. They kind of burn them a little bit. And apparently one of these wires is for the no wait, this is the left engine. Okay, I'm talking about the right harness. So I'll show you right now. Okay, they did this wiring and attached it to a white Romex. Let's see where it's at. I think it's this one. And it wasn't enough amperage on this wire. Look at how narrow, how thin. It wasn't enough amperage to crank the engine. No wonder the engine wouldn't crank, even though it had good battery power. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. It wasn't reliable. I couldn't find out what the hell the problem was, and just finally yesterday we figured out what the problem was. You know, and this guy been working on boats for almost, I'd say 25 years. He knows his shit. He knows all kinds of stuff about boats, and between him and me we can find, you know, because he needs help. You know, it's a lot easier when you have two people and one guy is pulling on a wire and the other knows, the other guy's following the wire, goes see where it goes and where it connects to. If you're doing it alone, like I was doing most of the time, I couldn't get things done because I just couldn't follow the wire. I didn't know, and there's so many wires the same color. You know, you pull on it, and like this one, this is red here, but then it's connecting to a Romex here. And you know, I got a bunch of Romex going down there, and look at that mess. Bunch of Romexes. So if I want to fix this wire, how would I know which one it is? And I'm not really an electrician, so don't tell me, oh, you can use a special meter. Don't talk to me about that because I don't know about it. All right. Now, let me get up. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So now, I'm going to install a compass right above here. Already got it. And like I said, the radar is going to go there. It's going to look awesome. I think it's going to look awesome. This is the only boat, the only Luhrs 28 with this kind of layout. And I'm